So Katie is actually coming on right now. So
Who is?
Katie Rupert,
Good.
Oh, Katie Rupert.
do you
Hi,
know Katie
Sam.
at all, Brad?
Hi, Katie Rupert. Oh, she's muted.
Yeah.
She's muted and she's muted and she,
Hi, Katie.
Hi.
So welcome to my show, Connect with Kim. Thank you for being here tonight. It's a great way to get together in this virtual format. We hope you can enjoy the show or share news you can use and have fun. I'm a person who likes to support and empower and inspire everyone. I created this show so we could all stay connected. So glad you are here. So we got some ground rules of the show. Please keep your microphones muted so we can cut down on background noise. We do and encourage welcome audience participation. Please save your questions to the end. This show is being recorded. If you have any general questions about anything, we ask you to save them till the end of the show when we can have a chance to chat. So I want to welcome Brad, who's new on the Connect with Kim show. Thank you.
No problem. I'm glad that you asked me.
We'll get to know Brad in a little bit, guys. So motivational message this week, it says, let's see, hang on a second. Okay, advice from a pumpkin. Be well-rounded, get plenty of sunshine, give thanks for life beauty, have thick skin, keep growing in your field, think big. And so today is National Pumpkin Day, and I did not realize that. I got that quote from a school on the board.
Cool.
So announcements that I have, it's Happy National Pumpkin Day. Do you guys, any of you guys carve pumpkins? If you guys want to answer that, you guys can.
Yeah, I usually do, but we haven't bought one yet, so we'll probably do one before before Halloween.
I done with my pumpkins. I done with my pumpkins.
Well, that's cool.
Tim, you missed your best party on Sunday. You missed Dennis. They was singing karaoke.
I heard Dennis was singing karaoke at Best Buddies, guys.
Kim, I announced you and your best buddy, you and Angela.
I know. Let's see. Okay, so I wanted to say happy Halloween because it's Halloween on Monday. And do you guys have any like Halloween traditions that you guys have?
Well, we usually have a lot of trick-or-treaters, so we'll probably be passing out candy.
I know one, we always went trick-or-treating, and so I'll be passing out candy. But as a kid, because you only had 2 hours to do it, and my mom would always make pigs in a blanket, because it would be quick and easy on the go food.
Cool.
So maybe I'll have to request that on Monday, pigs in a blanket. So do you guys, so what was your guys's, I know most of you guys probably dressed up as a kids, but what was, anyone have a favorite Halloween costume that they remember?
Woody Jesse.
Woody and Jesse. Toy Story, yeah.
Yes.
Chris and Melissa, did you guys dress up for Halloween?
I was when I was younger, I was Peter Rabbit.
I will remember.
You don't remember, Chris? There's so many costumes out there these days. I'm trying to remember one of my favorite ones. I was multiple stuff. Every year I had to get a new costume, it seemed like. Brad, do you remember any like of your favorite as a kid?
As a kid, I think one of my favorite ones was I'm because I think I have a picture of this as a cowboy. It had a little hat, and a little star, and so that was fun. That was a fun one.
Yeah. So I know who is okay, so we got a Special Olympics update. So who is ready for the return of prime rib and salmon?
That's a good time.
So you're gonna go to Brad?
Yep, I usually volunteer to help out, but I think this year I'm actually going to go and buy a ticket and sit down and eat.
Yeah, so contact Lauren Sherman or come to a school to get those.
It's a
And
good
I know you,
time. It's a good time, people.
yeah, you can do Venmo. If you do Venmo at all, Brad, you can
Yep.
Venmo it too.
Good.
And I know one of Brad and my former coworkers is making a return to that.
Ah, who's that?
Laura Peterson is coming to.
Yeah, I just got a text from her asking me if I was going to be there.
Look at Melissa's face. Because I know I think Melissa's gonna not be there. She's gonna be out of town, right, Melissa? So I cannot believe that it has been going on for 25 years. When I saw that, I'm like, whoa. 25 years in the making of that.
So I've been at Woodlane for 28 years. So there's only been 3 years that they didn't have prime rib and crab.
I know, I always want to call it prime rib and crab, but since it's not crab, it's salmon.
I know. That's what it used to be called.
Yeah,
Be called.
yeah. I know, I was kind of bummed when they took away the crab, to be honest. That was the funnest part, getting all that stuff out of them.
Mm-hmm.
But I know what a big event, that is. It takes a lot of planning, so.
The auction's a lot of fun too.
Yeah, so I guess I'll give a shout out to the committee for organizing that, and telling them we can't wait to look forward to it. I know I'll be there. I'm speaking at it as an athlete.
And
I don't know who's all speaking. I know I am, and maybe Ann and Barb, but I'm not positive. Melissa knows, she's trying to say something.
it's Ann and you.
Okay, well, I think there's other people speaking, but it's a fun event and I cannot wait. I'm looking actually very forward to attending that event.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of my favorite events throughout the year that we do at Woodlane and through the Special Olympics. So I know you guys wanna, Chris, do you want to explain that game to Brad? You want Melissa to? I think he's pointing at us.
I know what I'm having. I want a nurse having.
Yeah,
I
that's
want
cool.
I want a clown.
You're a clown and a nurse?
Yeah, my brother clown. My friend, his name James Stokes, scared of clown.
Gene Stokes scared of clowns. So is another person I know.
I want to clown. What kind of what? I want them to clown. Brad needs the account tomorrow. Scared Dean.
Oh, you want Brad to be a clown to scare Gene?
Yeah.
I'll try.
You gotta, Chris, do you want to explain the game?
He's right here, Cam.
So this game is one that Emily started with us. It's versus called Pancakes versus Waffle. So it's versus like King of a Mountain. And so we asked everyone to pick a category.
Hey,
So since it's Halloween and I know it's right around the corner, so I'll pick
Brad,
I'll pick candy. So somebody's gonna pick
Back
a,
on, forth, back and forth.
okay, hang on a second, Chris. So we're all, each person will go around and pick a different candy. And then we vote, and then whoever wins that round moves on. So since Brad, you're the
The guest.
guest of honor, I'll ask you to, I'll ask you to say your favorite candy bar.
Favorite candy bar is probably Snickers.
Okay, I'll say I like Snickers. And then do you want to pick somebody?
I want to pick Katie.
Milky Way Midnight.
Ooh, dark chocolate. Good.
Yes, dark chocolate. My favorite. Melissa.
M&M's. And I pick Chris.
Mine is Skittles. I
Okay.
pick Cam.
Mine is Reese's. I love anything with peanut butter.
Yep, that's a good one.
You want Cam? Good luck, Cam.
Okay. And then, so, okay, first of all, you can only vote once, guys.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
yeah, so who likes pancakes? It's a tough one. And who likes waffles? So waffles advance.
Woohoo!
So okay, so who likes Snickers? And who likes waffles? I kind of like both, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
So Brad, I'll go with Snickers
Okay.
with you
No,
since you're the guest. Okay, so Snickers is leading away. So who likes Reese's peanut butter cups? And he likes Snickers. Okay, so so Reese's actually just took over Snickers.
There you go.
So who likes Skittles? And he likes Reese's. Sorry, Chris, Reese's won, buddy. I know you're gonna give me that fist. So who likes Milky Way Midnight?
Ooh.
And he likes Reese's peanut butter cups. Chris, are you gonna vote, Juan?
I did.
What did you say?
The first one.
Oh, so Milky Way won, Chris.
I said Monkey Way.
Okay, so he likes M&Ms. Okay, and he likes the Milky Way. So M&M's won.
Woo!
And so I want to say that's all of them.
Yeah.
So that was versus King of a Mountain. It's called Waffles versus Pancakes.
Cool.
So it's one of Chris's favorite games that we have
That
done.
is. I mean, tell about you. I mean, there's a game about you. I mean, did.
Yeah, Emily is the one that helped us come up with the game, didn't she?
Yep.
I know you miss Emily on the show, don't you?
Yep. I mean,
I have to get I'll have
too.
Emily back, Chris. She's busy.
I mean, her sister too. I mean, her sister.
I know. Okay, you guys know what the next part of the segment is. So it is my pleasure to welcome Brad Prater. Many people may not know what your work is about. Can you please tell us about what you do, Brad?
Well, I've done a lot of jobs at Wood Lane, but right now I'm currently a behavior support specialist. So anybody that would need maybe a little bit extra help, you know, with some things that might not be good for people to do or they do too much of, we'll usually try to sit down and figure out so we can help people out.
And I know behavior supports is amazing. We had Christina Gray on one of the weeks, and we had Ariana
Area,
Brooks on, so she was telling us about
yeah.
Christina's story.
Ariana, myself, Daniel, and Ian. So that's the 4 of us in that department.
What about Logan?
Who?
Logan. That's how Logan?
He's
Logan.
a service coordinator.
Yeah, he crazy guy.
Yeah.
So Katie has to leave us, unfortunately, but we understand, Katie.
Bye. Enjoy.
Bye.
Okay.
Hi, Chris. Talk to you later, you guys.
Bye, Kitty.
Bye bye.
So Katie had to go eat dinner. That's where she went. So Brad, I know, like, I kind of know a little bit about your jobs. Maybe Melissa and Chris do not know if you, what the different jobs were before this job that you have.
Oh, I've only had a couple. So I was a service coordinator, SSA.
Mhm.
So I had a caseload of, a bunch of people. I wrote all their ISPs and you went to meetings with them and got to go out to lunch and dinner with people.
Mhm.
So it was a fun job, the SSA. And I like the behavior support job now too. I just like.
And how long? So you have been at Wood Lane, you said.
28 years.
So you like one of the oldest people around Wood Lane?
I think it actually, there's, last time I looked, Rhonda Kendall, Sean Bodie, and me are the 3 that are at the top of the list. And
What about what is Cheryl Nagel?
Cheryl
land in that
Nagel
list?
close and Missy Vestal. Us like 5 are at that top, and then there's a big gap from other people. So yeah. So Missy Vestal,
Okay.
Rhonda, Sean, yep.
What about Bitch? Bitch is on too.
Who?
Bitch.
Brett, he said Brett Bear's old.
Well, Brent Bear's old, but he's only been at Wood Lane for about what, 5, 6, 7, 8 years?
Bitch.
I'm old,
Crazy guy. Yep.
I've been at Wood Lane for almost 28 years and I'm only like 52. So I've been there a long time.
All go.
Yep, old goat.
You trying to say something to him? You're
Kim.
muted, Melissa. Are you trying to say something?
Kim.
Don't come offended, oh goat.
Kim. He said,
Yes.
he talks to Roger and Kevin every day at work.
Who does Brad talks to Rhonda every day?
Kevin and Rocky.
Yep, Kevin and Rocky. I come out and see Kevin and Rocky. And
Every
everybody
day.
else. Yep. I like visiting out to ViaQuest.
Yeah, fun. He must snap from me too, Kim. He must snap from me too.
Yep.
Well, that's good, Chris. I think you need to do a snack cart in the buildings because the
No,
school
can't.
doesn't.
We can't. We
Oh,
can't.
okay.
It's come back and get better.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I get to know Brad a little bit better, okay, Chris? So Brad, if you won $10 million tomorrow, what?
Well, I think the first thing I would do is I would buy anything my wife and my son wanted. So I could buy them some cars, buy them some houses, stuff like that. And then I think I would like to try to set up like a scholarship fund, I think, because I know some of you knew my other son, Mitchell. So I think I'd like to set up a scholarship fund maybe at Wood Lane to pay for some schooling or something.
Well, don't forget about your bond.
Yeah. So I think I'd give everybody in the department a little bit of money. Maybe we get them everybody and takes everybody on vacation. Does that sound fun?
Yeah, well, Stephanie told us, Stephanie Kavanaugh, if you remember her,
No, yeah.
she was telling us that she would take everybody on the show at the time and then to Disney, and so did Dolores Black told us she would take us on a trip.
Oh, if I get that money, you guys are going on a trip.
Yep.
Okay,
I think you like the little island behind you, Kevin.
We go to Denver to follow. Go to Mickey Mouse.
Go see Mick. You and I saw Mickey Mouse together, didn't we? No, I guess maybe not.
Oh,
I used to go on Woodlane travel trips. Do you remember those, Kim?
yeah, I do. Those are fun.
Yeah.
I remember going on the trips with the half trainers, like Marsha, Leslie, those people.
Mhm. Yep.
I went to we went to Michigan, but one we eat there with a horse.
Did you on Woodlane Travel?
Yeah, with a horse and but one we ate there.
Yeah, they don't do Woodlane Travels anymore. They
No.
stopped that a long time ago.
The COVID-19.
It was before COVID, Chris.
I know COVID-19 we're gonna do. We need to do it again.
Well, that was nice, Brad. I'm sure your wife and son would appreciate that.
Yeah, that was good.
And your dog, don't forget about your dog. I think you have a
Yep.
pet.
Sam. We had a little dog. Sam, he was a little terrier.
So did you have a favorite subject like in school?
I loved science and psychology. I mean, science is really cool. You can make things like blow up and bubble and figure things out. And then obviously I like psychology and I like people, and that was, figuring out what people were thinking or doing. And obviously that's sort of the way that I went. So that's actually what my degree is in. I've got a degree in psychology and another little degree too, but the psychology degree is what I like to have.
Well, that's cool.
Mhm.
I'm sure that goes good in your job in the field.
Yep, works well.
So what brought you to Woodlane? Or so like what is this isn't a question I sent you, I'm throwing you
No,
off
yeah.
for a second.
Yeah.
So what is your favorite thing about Woodlane and how did you get into Woodlane?
Well, the story about how I came to Woodlane was actually I started working at a place called the Angrady Center. Have you ever heard of it?
Yeah.
Okay. And I met a nurse there and married her. And that's the one my wife. And so she told me that I couldn't work and live with her. So I moved over to Woodlane and been there for 28 years. So I'm very happy that she kicked me out of Angrady because Woodlane's much better.
So is she a nurse still?
Yep. And she's still at Angrady.
Well, okay. Well, hey, Kat,
What happened, Kim? You froze.
happy was Grady.
She's upstairs. She can't hear you.
Well, you have to show her once this is on our website tomorrow.
Yep, I will.
Well, you should. Well, tell her. Well, thank you for all that you do as a nurse. You don't get thanked enough,
Okay. I'll tell
Kathy. So I want to tell you thank you.
She appreciates that.
So, do you have a favorite thing about Woodlane?
The people.
Yeah.
I mean, the individuals that we serve and all the staff are fantastic. Again, I've been there forever and a day. So all the new staff coming in seem to be really nice. The old timers that are there, it's just a great place to work because of everybody. It's the people and the people that we serve and the people that I work with. It's just fantastic.
Yeah, the staff is amazing. And I love all the individuals that we serve.
Yep.
I love seeing all the individuals at school, like all the time that teachers spend with those young kids leading up to where they are now.
Yep.
Because I didn't get to see all the stuff that the school did until I moved over to the school almost 2 years ago, but it's amazing
They
all
do
the
it.
staff, all the staff is willing to help out any way possible.
Yep.
And like, it's like our mission statement, support, empower, and inspire, because we support, we impact, we support, empower, and inspire everybody.
Yep, that's a great saying that we came up with.
It is. So what was your favorite trip that you ever have taken? I know you love to travel with Kathy.
We actually just got back from Aruba. Sort of looks like your background there. And that was really my favorite trip. I really liked it. It was nice and relaxing, the breeze, the beach, the pools, the sun. It was fantastic.
I think you need to go back.
One of these days we probably will, but it definitely was one of my favorite places to go.
Because I know you were talking to Rhonda about the last trip that you went on.
Mhm.
She's like, yeah, I would like a trip, but she doesn't have to fly straight through. If she could get off and like take a day in between.
Yeah, and the Aruba flight wasn't that bad because we flew, I mean, down to Georgia was 2 hours, and then from Georgia to Aruba was only like 3, so it's not that far, which was nice.
Yeah, from Hawaii, from LA to Hawaii was 5, which wasn't bad. I flew Delta, and then they had
I did the same thing. I flew from Detroit to LA to Hawaii. I did the same thing. Kim.
Nice.
yeah, because if you fly Delta, they have movies on their plane, so you can watch a couple movies and you're there.
That was nice.
Well, I hope you get to go back on vacation soon, Brad.
Me too.
Especially like it was coming winter when it's so
Yeah.
cold out.
Yep.
Okay, so if you could have coffee with a historical figure, who would you choose?
These were tough questions. I think I would like to talk to a couple different people. One would be definitely Walt Disney. I mean, he was like the creator of all this big, huge thing. So, I think he would be really interesting to talk to. And I think also the other person would be like someone like Martin Luther King Jr., because he led such a great, movement towards, equality and stuff, nonviolence. And so those two, between, they're sort of little different opposite, but Walt Disney and probably Martin Luther King Jr.
Yeah, I would want to know like the history of like Disney and how he had that dream to get it going.
Yeah, that's all it was his dream. And so I must like dreamers, because then Martin Luther King had that dream also.
Yeah, it would be a tough one because there'd be so many people that I would want to have it with.
That was a tough question.
But I'm not a coffee drinker, so I would have to eat breakfast with them.
Me neither. I would want to have water with them.
I would want to do like the first president of the United States. And so just to see like what it was like back then.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah. So it'd be cool. So if you had to eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Probably some sort of Chinese food.
So what's your favorite Chinese food?
Szechuan chicken. So I like the spicy stuff and the chicken and onions and peppers. It's all good.
I know a lot of people say their favorite is like pizza or Italian.
Nope, I like Chinese. Now
So
pizza's up there.
do you have a favorite place to go get Chinese at?
There's a little Chinese restaurant about less than a half mile from my house called Jingchuan. Very good.
And they probably know you because you probably go.
Yeah, we go there a lot. We've lived in the house for a long time, so we've been going there a long time.
Yeah. Okay, so what is one piece of advice you given to someone starting out in your job?
I think the most important thing, or a couple of the most important things that for my job, is you just have to listen. Listen to others, listen to your coworkers, listen to your supervisors, listen to the individuals you serve, and go from there. Because if you don't listen, you're not going to learn anything. And there's a lot of smart people out there that we deal with that know exactly what they want and what they need. So listen to what they want and try to give it to them.
Cause I know, I tell a lot of the coaches, especially, cause it seems like they've been going crazy, like everyone else has been. But
Mhm.
I just tell them to take a deep breath and, just relax, take that deep breath.
Yep. That's good advice.
And I always tell all my athletes when they're all stressed out in like sporting events, I
Mhm.
say, hey, you guys just take a deep breath. Everything will work out good.
Yep.
That is the truth, Kim. You do that all the time. I like that, Kim.
Well, so am I quoting Leanne Frank Bobby right there?
Yes.
That's good.
Yeah. So that is good advice.
Yep.
So what is one lesson that your job has taught you that I think everyone should learn at some point in life?
I think that a lot of people need to learn that everybody, no matter how old, how young, everybody has value and everybody has wisdom, and they all should be listened to. So no matter who they are, what they do, or whatever, how old, how young, listen to what people are telling you and try to integrate that into your personality or your knowledge, because the more you learn, the better off that you are.
Yeah, like, cause like, I'm still learning each and every day.
Oh yeah, me too. And I'm a lot older than you.
And I take, my boss, Rhonda Kendall's advice, a lot. You
Yep,
know,
Ron, yep,
she's been in the field more than I have.
yep,
And so you guys gotta just take that advice and it might take time, but you gotta know those individuals too.
yep. And
Get to
Rhonda's a,
know them, on a daily basis if you can.
yep,
I know it's tough. Like Brad used to be at SSA and those are probably some of tough times for him, but
yeah,
like, knowing those individuals and his supervisors got him through where he is today.
that's exactly right. And Rhonda's a real good person too.
She is, yeah,
Very smart, very good at what she does.
yeah. Okay, so do you, if you could, so do you have 3 movies you would recommend? Are you movie buff?
Well, I like lots of movies, yeah. So there's 3 were kind of tough. I'm a big Star
Well, okay,
Wars.
well, you can pick one if you want
Alright.
to.
Well, no, I'm a big Star Wars fan. So I think everybody should watch at least the original Star Wars and then go from there. So I also like the Rocky movies, especially like Rocky 4 and Rocky 1. Rocky 4 is the one where he fights the big Russian guy. So
Yeah.
I like those movies. So I like action movies, things like that. How about you, Kim? What do you like?
So did you watch, Passion for You?
Watch what?
Top Gun?
Oh, I saw the new Top Gun, the new one. Maverick.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it is so good. I recommend the new Top Gun Maverick movie to anybody. It's really good.
It is. I saw it in theaters in Levis Commons and we sat like in one of the front rows and it's like, I was tired that night, but it was so like entertaining. You couldn't even like fall asleep because I know sometimes I go to movies and I'm like one of the ones that I'll like doze off, but that one I was like
Yep.
so action packed like the whole time. It was like nonstop.
Another good movie that I like is have you ever seen the Robin Hood movie, the one that's animated with the fox and the bear? And have you ever seen that one? It's Walt
I'm
Disney.
not sure if I have.
It's good. I like that one too.
I just watched Hocus Pocus 2 weeks ago and I thought that was good.
That's funny.
And it was funny because I was telling Leanne Frank about it and she's like, I don't think I can be your friend since you haven't seen Hocus Pocus. I'm like,
And now you can be your friend. You saw it.
but she made it up to me. I watched it and now we're friends again.
Cool.
And that's how Charisse is like, I don't know if I can speak to you till you watch that.
Right.
But I know it's a
Frozen.
couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, you went a couple of years ago with us to Synergy.
Oh yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, we got to see this amazing football player named Caden Cox,
Mm-hmm.
and he has Down syndrome, and he is a field goal kicker.
Yeah, I think I've seen
And
something on ESPN or something with him.
yeah, and at ESPN Game Day, and he always wanted to kick for Ohio State.
Cool.
Yeah, and his story was like, but we got to hear people from like NASA that work at NASA, and but yeah, Synergy is fun.
Yeah.
We heard a lot of good ones this past Saturday. We heard a lot of good ones.
But you hear good ones every year you go, so
I
Yep.
know. I like everyone. I like every one time I've been. The last couple times I've been there were good ones. The next year we go good ones. I'm probably gonna go probably gonna go to the probably go to the same ones Dennis and Kim goes next year.
yeah. So Brad, do you have a favorite childhood memory or anything?
It's tough to say, but I remember my favorite childhood memory, I think, was something about I have a younger brother and a younger sister. So I'm the oldest. So I think there was one time that we all went to Cedar Point. So I can just remember riding those little cars and just having a great time with my brother and sister and my mom and dad.
You gotta cherish those memories.
Yep, got to. It's what gets you through.
Yeah. So, did you grow up in like Toledo? Because you said that you, I think, live in Toledo.
Yep. I grew up in a place, well, Point Place, if anybody's ever heard of that, but it's a little place on Lake Erie, right in, actually close to the Michigan line. I could actually walk over to Michigan and from my house where I grew up. So, yep, Toledo, born and raised. I was born at St. Charles Hospital.
I was born at Toledo Hospital.
Yeah. I live real close to Toledo Hospital now.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure you had many offices at Wood Lane, haven't you?
Yeah, actually, I had one office for like literally 15 years, and since then I've had like 4 or 5.
Was that the one that you shared with Andrew Blake and Mala
Yep.
when
Angie
Angie was
Blake.
a
Yep. When she
service
was
coordinator?
Angie Blake and Marla. Yep. I shared an office with Amy Brinkman for a while.
Yeah, now he's in one of the original conference rooms.
Yeah. I miss the big workshop floor though, now that they've put all the conference rooms in.
Yeah. I miss all the individuals that I got to see on a daily basis when I walked out there.
Mhm.
Cause they're like, hey, Kim.
Yeah.
That's all I have for you. I know Chris usually has multiple questions, so and Melissa
One.
does too.
Yeah, one. Go ahead, Chris.
What is your favorite color?
Blue.
You Hawkeye fan? Buckeye fan? Buckeyes?
Oh, Buckeyes. Yes, I'm an Ohio State Buckeye fan.
Go Buckeyes! Viva Big Mission!
My brother actually graduated from Ohio State, so
Viva Big Michigan this year!
it's gonna be rough, but I think we can do it.
Yep.
So did you go to UT since you're from like?
Yep. I graduated. I went to a small high school out in Oregon, Ohio called Cardinal Stritch. And
Okay.
after that, I went to the University of Toledo and graduated in 1989 from UT.
Go to the Rockets.
Go Rockets.
Melissa's saying go Falcons. I can see.
Rocket that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I grew up in Toledo. I was born in Toledo. I grew up off Glendale Avenue area.
My wife grew up in that area, Glendale area.
So I went to Cross Gates Elementary for a little bit, and then we moved to Perrysburg when I was in second grade.
I was gonna say, so you probably don't remember Macaulay High School that used to be out there.
No, so
Wait, my mom got to wait before.
Hmm.
so I was more by like Burndale High School.
Yeah, Ferndale, Bowser over there.
Yeah, in that area.
Cool.
Yeah, because basically, well, you know Mala, so I grew up with her family because her best, so Mala's mom was related to my best friend's mom, Stephen Bustecker.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And then you know John, I talk to John Reed all the time still.
Yeah.
Back those like throwback people
Yep.
that you don't hear about anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's next Wednesday.
Well, I'll how about if you surprise, okay, Chris?
Hey, bye. You're welcome back.
Thank you, Chris.
But-
Thank you, Kim. Kim,
but-
thank you.
No, you're welcome.
You're welcome, Melissa.
You're welcome
I
back
said-
to the hotel again.
I said,
But-
Chris, Kim, thank you to don't tell my next week's guest is, Kim.
He said, Melissa, he said that Brad's welcome anytime.
I'll
Yeah.
come
That's
back.
fine. I'm saying,
Oh,
I'm saying to Kim, thank you, Kim. Thank you not to tell Chris the next week's guest.
Don't tell Chris the next week's guest, Kim. It'll be a secret.
Melissa, do you have any questions for Brad?
No,
All right. Well,
Chris, do you have any more?
Well, baby Cam.
I got to ask Brad some questions.
I came because of two.
go Bucks.
You want-
go Buckeyes.
Come on, guys.
Go Buckeyes.
Well, first we have to get through Penn State this weekend.
That's right. Well, thanks.
Penn State's going, Penn State's going down. Penn State's going down. Penn State's going down.
Come.
Yeah.
Michigan, State play Michigan this Saturday. And come on, too. Go to State beat Michigan.
Well, Kim, thanks for letting me be on your show. I appreciate it.
Well, thank you. And I want to thank Chris and Melissa, and I will see all of you guys next week, Chris and Melissa.
All right.
Not the monkey. Not the monkey.
All right.
Um,
I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Okay.
All right.
see,
See you, Kim.
Yeah.
Kim,
Bye-bye.
Bye, Chris.
Kim,
Bye, Melissa.
Kim, see you tomorrow for that ventricle meeting.
Okay. See you, Chris.
Thanks a
See
lot.
you tomorrow for ventricle meeting, Kim.
Okay. See you guys.